Welcome back to Frontline. We have a lot to cover, so strap in. First up, a new update. Oasis has officially entered the rush rotation, transforming the desert into a full-scale frontline push with tighter lanes, heavier pressure, and non-stop objective fights. New map variants also hit the battlefield this week, including APC Thunder on Siberia, bringing armoured warfare into the frozen mountains, and Iron Scout on Clearwater, where little birds, AA tanks, and armour are now battling across Red Orpiment in some of the most chaotic combined arms fights yet seen. Medics also received a major upgrade with the arrival of the new Stim Gun gadget. The tool instantly restores 50 health while granting a speed boost, allowing players to temporarily reach up to 125 HP during combat. PC players are also seeing terrain and FX improvements alongside customizable sight and scope colours. While the developers continue preparing the next roadmap, this update proves Forefront's battlefield is still rapidly evolving. US East all maps, C78 on Paradise, opened with all Mercs controlling the pace early and refusing to let Coalition stabilise. Several pushes toward the centre lanes were shut down before momentum could build. Coalition stayed aggressive and traded well in stretches, but all maintained control across the wider map and steadily widened the gap. By the final minutes, the result was no longer in doubt, and all closed the match with a convincing 177 ticket victory. US West. All maps 9BA on tunnels became one of the most one-sided Conquest games of the week. Coalition forces locked the map down early and never allowed all Mercs to establish stable control points. Tight corridors and fast rotations constantly punished breakout attempts, while Coalition kept pressure on every route through the underground lanes. Or struggled to recover momentum, and the match ended in a dominant Coalition victory, 382 tickets to 0. US West server A34 on Iceland saw Coalition forces overwhelm the battlefield from the opening engagements. All Mercs struggled to establish footing as Coalition secured vehicle control and consistently shut down movement between objectives. Several defensive stands briefly slowed the pace, but Coalition continued widening the gap through disciplined rotations and superior pressure around the capture zones. The match closed as a complete shutout, with Coalition winning 254 tickets to 0. This US server Conquest battle quickly shifted in Ore Merc's favour after a balanced opening exchange. Coalition managed several coordinated pushes early, but Ore steadily gained control of the map and punished every attempt to retake ground. Strong defensive positioning and efficient rotations allowed Ore to drain tickets consistently, while Coalition struggled to regain momentum. By the closing minutes, Ore had full control, securing a convincing 249 ticket victory. US Central all maps A50 on Siberia Rush turned into a brutal offensive performance from Coalition forces. Early pressure cracked the first defensive sectors quickly, and Ore Mercs struggled to recover once Coalition established control routes through the snowfield. Defensive holds appeared briefly during the mid-stages, but Coalition kept momentum alive with coordinated advances and consistent pressure. Ore collapsed under the assault as Coalition secured victory with 88 tickets remaining. Europe Rush 68C opened with Coalition storming through the first objectives behind aggressive pressure and strong support coverage. Ore Mercs nearly lost control completely during the early stages, but the defense stabilized after the initial breakthrough and the pace shifted dramatically. Coalition struggled to maintain ticket efficiency during the final sectors, allowing Ore to grind the attack down through repeated defensive stands. The comeback hold secured Ore the victory. Now let's have a look at our Frontline Spotlight's first match. Coalition Spotlight goes to PenguinLord, finishing 19 kills, 18 deaths, and 4 assists while trying to keep Coalition in the fight during several stalled pushes through centre lanes. All Mercs were led by BIOZOMBIE, who delivered a massive 30 kill, 12 death performance with 3 assists. Every time Coalition attempted to regroup, BIOZOMBIE seemed to be there shutting momentum down and keeping Ore firmly in control. Match 2. Coalition Spotlight belongs to Zhang Xiaolu 1. 35 after an explosive 32 kill, 9 death, 6-assist performance that completely controlled the flow inside the tunnel lanes. All Mercs were led by Insane Potato 3, finishing with 18 kills, 15 deaths, and 4 assists while trying to slow the constant pressure. Despite the loss, Insane Potato 3 stayed active throughout the collapse and continued contesting objectives until the end. Match 3. Coalition standout was TheIronSphincter, posting 26 kills, 9 deaths, and 2 assists while leading the pressure across Iceland's open lanes. All Mercs were carried by DrivingMsDaisy, who managed 23 kills, 13 deaths, and 1 assist despite the difficult match flow. Even while Coalition dominated the map, DrivingMsDaisy continued finding picks and slowing advances whenever Or had brief opportunities to stabilize the field. Match 4. Coalition spotlight goes to Grom's KVS TV Trill. After finishing with 23 kills, 10 deaths, and 5 assists while leading Coalition's strongest stretches of resistance. All Mercs were powered by Returner, who posted 24 kills, 11 deaths, and 1 assist in a relentless performance that helped secure map control. Every Coalition rally seemed to run directly into Returner, holding key positions and slowing any momentum before it could grow. Match 5. Coalition's top performance came from Red Devil, who exploded for 48 kills, 12 deaths, and 9 assists in one of the strongest individual games seen this week. All Mercs were led by DrivingMsDaisy, finishing with 28 kills, 13 deaths, and 8 assists while trying to hold collapsing sectors together. Even during Coalition's heavy advance, DrivingMsDaisy continued trading effectively and kept the defense competitive deep into the match. Last stop, Match 6. Coalition spotlight goes to Raven, who delivered 33 kills, 12 deaths, and 3 assists while leading the opening offensive through the early sectors. All Mercs answered with Golden Eagle 42, posting 25 kills, 12 deaths, and 2 assists during the successful defensive recovery. As Coalition pressure slowed late in the match, Golden Eagle 42 consistently held the line and helped Or stabilize long enough to drain the remaining attack tickets. That wraps it up for this edition. New maps, new matches, new strategies. Until next time, this is Frontline Report.